Okay, so the last couple lectures we have covered all kind of tools that you can use to do software development, ranging from package manager, PyPI, UV, Conda, Mamba, and we also talk about how to use Markdown and Jupyter Notebook briefly, how to create document. So for today, we're gonna cover how to create your GitHub profile. It might sound very simple. Also, how to create your personal website within 5 minutes. Okay, so you can have a website up and running. Does any of you already have your personal website? One, two? Okay, great. So where do you host the website? GitHub? Okay. How about you? Oh, Wax, do you need to pay? No? Oh, it's free, like free version? Okay. Okay, yeah. So today I'm gonna teach how to host websites on GitHub. And it's all free, you don't need to pay anything. If you want to do a custom domain, you probably need to pay like a couple bucks a year to host it. But there are tons of open source solutions out there. And I'm going to show you how to do that. If you are really quick, I can get this done like in 5 minutes. The website will be up and running. And then the more time consuming part is to design your website, design the content. That might take some time. But in terms of setting up the infrastructure, we have all kind of things there that you can use easily. So maybe they will give you an example. So all the website, all the software, for example, LeafMap, this is hosted on GitHub. It's free. Although I have a leafmap.org website, it's just like maybe 10, 12 bucks per year. And so you can do that as well if you're interested in making a custom domain, but everything is built automatically. And this website it's not fantastic, but it works. You can search function, you have notebook, you have all kind of stuff, and you can have for example, the dark mode, you can search any function you like. So you have the basic things that you need for package documentation. I also have a similar one. You will see on my website kind of a similar pattern because they all use the same template. It's called MK Docs. Again, we'll cover this one later in this semester once we start building the package. But for now, at least I want to show you like what this can be used for. For example, I also can write a book. So all my entire book is hosted on GitHub. You have all the source code. So right now, do you see what's this? Like this page where you're looking at, are you familiar with that? What's the format of this one? It's a Jupyter Notebook, right? So again, basically can render a Jupyter Notebook on the website. People can see. They can also click here and they can open this one in Collab and then they can start running your source code. So if you're designing something, you want to make sure that it's easily accessible to other people so that they can just open, they can try things out themselves, they can execute source code. So this is what you should aim for, is to make it easy for other people to use your stuff. The easier it is, the more likely people are going to use your stuff. And the more likely you're going to become famous, okay? Or it can be very difficult. You can also become very famous of like making things very, very difficult. But in terms of software, we don't make it easy, right? So if you have something people just need a browser, that's great. If they need to install things on the computer, there's a barrier because not everyone know how to install things, especially setting up those environment, okay? And this is one. In terms of personal website, there are also a lot of templates out there. I'll show you. For example, I have a lot of website, but this used to be my personal website, and it's okay. It's not perfect, but it works, right? You can have this, and you can navigate through. Again, this is hosted on GitHub. It's free. There's all kind of template. Only thing is you need to decide what kind of content do you want. You can have images, you can video, you can have sidebar, you can have social media, something like that. So today, I'm going to show you how to set this one up so you can have a personal website like this very easily. And the reason why we want to cover this is because at the end for your Python package, you need to have a website. But once you know how to build a website for your package, you might be thinking about how do I build a website for myself. And this is where you really make yourself separate from other people, because when you search your name, the website is going to, most likely the website will be indexed by Google. So you're going to rank much higher. So make sure you put your name on your website so that when people search the name, it comes out the first one. So this is what we're trying to do here in today's lecture. Okay, questions? Are you excited to make your first website? Okay, so let's go to GitHub. Very simple. We have two different ways. So first, let me go to my homepage here, your profile. So right now, go to your profile. What do you see? You probably see something like repo or something. Do you have this? If you already have that, means you should not be in this class. Okay. If you don't, good. I'm going to show you how to do that. So look at my file name in here, readme.md. So what's the file format for this one? It's just a markdown, just simple markdown. So how to actually create it one so they can show your homepage? Very simple. If you don't have anything there online on your homepage, just like your picture and also like some repository. If you want to have something cool, have some this like badges, just like you are a journal with so many awards and badges, something like that to show off, you can do that. So let's get started. So go to here. Oh wait, let me start from scratch. So let me remove this one so that we are on the same page. Okay. So I'm going to right now temporarily the report already exists. Okay, that means I have did it once. Maybe this way. Rename. Okay. So now if I go to my home page, it should be similar to yours, right? If you ever bookmark something, but right now there's no profile. So that's why. And GitHub has a repo that's designed to show on your profile. Go to a new repository and then create a new one. Choose your owner, you just yourself, and then give the name, the repository name must be the same as your GitHub user ID. So for me, for example, GSWQS, it will be GSWQS. The same, okay, exactly the same. Don't choose something else, otherwise it's not going to work, okay? And after you type your name, you should show this one beneath your repository name. It's going to say, blah, blah, this is a special repository that can be used to add a README to your GitHub profile, make sure it's public and initialize with the README to get started. If you don't see this one, something is wrong. Okay, all see this one? All right, and then check this box, add a README file, and that's it. So for this, you don't really have to add anything. If you want to, it's up to you. Because just a README, there's nothing like secret over here. So you can just add a README, then create a repository, that's it. So you just need a README file in here, and then we are done. So now go back to your home page, your profile, see if anything comes up. Do you see here? Yeah, and that's it. And after that, you can do whatever you want. It's just a markdown. There's nothing fancy. You can add images. You can get bullet points. You can add photos. You can get GIF. You can do whatever you want. There also something like in here. There's kind of just like what's that? A template. So anything start with. Let me zoom in a little bit. Anything start with this less exclamation and then dash. And this is the closing, this is the opening. That means it's going to be hidden. It's just a kind of like comments in Python language. But this is in Markdown. So if you want to show that, you can just remove this one and make sure also remove the ending brackets. So in that way, right now, this is like blah, blah. At commit changes, you will see. And go back to your page again. Look at this. You can have emoji, you can have all kind of stuff. So it's up to imagination. Just tell ChatGPT something about yourself and ask ChatGPT to design a README profile, GitHub profile for you. I'm sure you will come up with some creative ideas and you can showcase your project or anything you like. So this is how easy it is, right? So for example, I can go to my Geo, I think 510 demo. Do I have that one? Yeah, probably it's just too much. Maybe go to here. Let me take a look at my previous one. So for example, this, like last time we add some funny GIF animation, something like this. You can add to your README as well if you really want people to, not recommend it, but you can do it. So for example, I really like this animation. I can copy here, right? And then come back just to my README file. So right now, for example, this is a simple markdown. So you don't really need to clone locally. You can make changes from here. So I can just click here and then just paste it, preview it before you commit changes, right? Oh, and then commit changes, all done. Then go to my home page. Okay, very quick. So use your imagination. Just like this is your CV, your bio. You want to showcase to somebody, and you can add different sections. Heading level 2, level 3, level 4, but don't make it too complicated because it's going to be very long. Usually it's just a brief, and then you can have some bullet points, your project, or what's your research area, anything where you want people to know, and that's it. So when next time when people go to your homepage, at least you see something, right? Not just a repository. But now you probably don't have really many yet because if you're just getting started, maybe just one or two. But in the future, you're going to have more and more projects, and also some of the things that you manage, some of the repository that you utilize or you manage or you contribute is also going to show up on your homepage. You can use the pin, and then you can customize your pin. So, but maximum, GitHub only allows you to have a maximum of 6. So if you have more than 6, you need to replace it. So you can only have 6 pin repositories on your homepage. For example, these are some of the most GitHub stars that I have, so I put it in here. But if you don't show anything, it will be automated, ranked automatically. Questions? Very easy, right? So I think for lab 2, one of the assignment will be, I want to check your profile, see what funny things you have. So try to create one. And then so the next one, we'll talk about how you can create a real website. This is still GitHub. It's not really your personal website, but the idea is very similar. You can create one and then have the website up and running. Okay, really no questions? That means it's so easy. So try to design one. Of course, have at least some like brief introduction about yourself and what kind of things you're interested in. That's it. And then you can add some images, add some hyperlinks if you want to, link to your CV, link to your website, whatever you like. So this is how you can design a README file that's going to show up. Again, it's just the name, the repository name, and then just README. So that's done. So next, I'm going to switch back to my profile because this is just for fun. I'm going to switch back to, oops, where is it? This should be settings. Okay. You can, if you don't want it, you can just rename it, then you'll be gone. Okay. So for example, I have to GSWQS4, rename, you'll be gone. So now if you go to your home page again, not there anymore. So, and let me go to my repo. So that I get the one that I have back. I think it's GSWQS3. All right. So if you need some image ideas, just go to my repo and then look at the raw profile. Just copy and paste, okay? It will save you some time. But you need to change things, okay? Sometimes if you copy things from somewhere else, don't just copy and paste and then submit, because in the past, in some programming class, students submit assignment from another student with some names in the link, some names in the paragraph that you're not supposed to have. So if you're copying things, be smart. Okay, if you're copying from ChatGPT, be smart. Make sure you take a look before you submit things. Otherwise, it'll be very awkward. Okay. And for source code, it's okay to, learn from other people, learn how people do stuff, especially even new. So I'm going to switch this one back and then just rename. So now I should have this one. Okay. So if I go to my home page, now I have all this. You can also have like visitor, so you know how many people have visited your home page. So I have 145,000. I don't know when I started, maybe a couple of years ago. So you can see a lot of people are visiting your website and then following you. That means people are interested in your stuff. And this is slowly can grow your, basically your impact in the community. So try to design something long-term that's going to be useful. Whatever you are designing, it needs to be something a lot of people will be interested in. At the beginning, it might be something very specific, but slowly you want to structure your stuff that a lot of people can use. That means it's going to have a larger impact. Just like ChatGPT, right? Anybody know how to type something, you can ask questions. Rather than, oh, you have to train the model, you need to set up this on the server, and then you need to set up all the authentication. Not many people can do that. So this is why it is so popular, because it makes it so easy. So think about here, can you also make something like that? You just have a website, people can go there and they can try all the stuff, and then without having really to do anything. And if it is even free, that's even better. Okay. You can also set up, for example, how to set up things on computer, how to use those large language model without having to sacrifice your privacy. And I do have some tutorial, although it's not the focus of this class, but you can check out some of the, for example, the DeepSeek R1, you might have heard about that, some of those model, how to set those up on a local computer and how to run it on a local computer, how to auto study, how to securely access. So there are tons of videos here that I did, I think last week. So you're interested in, you can check that out. Those things potentially can also be integrated into the Python package. So you can define a web UI that allow users actually to look into the your local AI model. So think about it. Okay, so we have set up our GitHub profile. So the next section, I'm going to show you how to set up your personal website and host it on GitHub for free. You can create as many as websites that you need, but you need the main website. And so I'm going to show you how to get started. It's very easy. Go to your GitHub and then create a new repository. Here, select your owner, yourself, and make sure that the repository name need to be your username.github.io. So make sure it's the first part here is exactly the same as your username. So don't change anything else, otherwise it's not going to work. Once you have that, you can give a personal description if you want, for example, personal website. And then just check this one, just readme file. Other than that, you can keep this one as default, don't add anything else. And that's it. So the username.github.io is a special website, a repository name that's going to be the your website related to your account. So every account has one website. The main repository can link to basically show it as your main repository for your website. So if you create the repository, then go to the Actions tab. You should be seeing this one here running, Pages, Build, and Deployment. So that means this is a special repository. If you go to your Actions tab and then you don't see this one, then probably means your name is wrong. So again, make sure it's the same as your username.github.io. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And after a couple minutes, you should see your website. So this is how easy it is to create just a template. And you don't have to worry about the hosting space. You don't have to worry about HTML and other things. You just need a README file. And we have the URL. So this is the URL that you can share with anyone else. You can continue to add more content. So for example, here right now, I have this. Now I can click and take a look. So I have this URL, HTTPS, then your username.github.io. Of course, this is just a simple markdown. You can add many things as you want. So for example, I can go to my home repository. I can click here, the readme.md. Things is just a markdown. I can copy any content that I like. And I'm going to go back to the GitHub repository here. Then I can edit it directly. So I'm going to click this one. After that, Control-V, Control-Paste. See, I have this. And make sure you change to just, for the markdown, only has one hashtag. So this will be level 1. Other than that, just click the preview button. You should be able to see this. And very simple. Click the commit changes. Commit changes. So every time when you are committing some changes to this repository, it's going to be rebuild the website. So go to the Actions tab, and you should be able to see this one here. Again, it's going to take a couple minutes. This is how we can build a website. We can refresh it later. But I want to show you how you can enable the URL on your repository. So go to the About settings, and then check this box. Use your GitHub Pages website. Check this one. You should be able to see the URL. And personally, I don't like the backslash at the end. You can uncheck it again. After that, just remove this one. Save changes. So next time, you can just come here to the website, and then you can just click the URL. You will open your website. Again, you need to wait for this one to finish. Right now, okay, all the green check mark, that means good to go. Then I can open this URL again, refresh it. Take a look. So now we have this simple markdown. It's not fancy, but it works just fine. So you can put anything in there using the markdown. And so I'm going to show you how you can add an HTML, because this is just a simple, just one single file. You can host any other static HTML on this website. So you can just replace the markdown with something else. And I'm going to show you the website called HTML5 app.net. You can Google it. You should be able to find this one. So this is a website that hosts a bunch of website templates, and it's free. You can download it. You can utilize for your personal website. So depending on what you want, you can choose whichever template that you like. So I'm going to scroll down, and how about this? Let me see here if there's any template I like. Scroll down. Okay, let me try it again. Scroll down. So they're locked. You can take some time and then pick up the one that you think is most useful. For example, how about this one? Prologue. You can click this button, live demo. Take a look at this. So this is a pretty decent one for maybe your CV or for your personal website. And it's very simple. On the left side, you have the menu. Lower left corner here, you have some social media. And it's just one page. So you can click this one and go to the next page. And then you have about me, something like that. If you like this one, upper right corner here, just click this download button. It's going to download to your computer. And you can save to a directory. I'm going to save to my downloads directory. After that, you can unzip the file. So just extract here. And then you will see here it's pretty simple. Only have 2 directories and 3 files. The main page is this one, index.html. You can double click that. It's going to open the website. Pretty cool. So this is just some simple HTML, just one single page. What we can do is to move this one to GitHub. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Go to your GitHub repository and then just click the clone button. Copy this link and then come to your computer. Open the terminal. Then just git clone. Control V, hit enter. All right, so now we have this repository on our computer. Just double click, you will see this one is right now has one README file. Because we want to use that template, so you want to remove this README file. Otherwise, sometimes it might not work properly because GitHub might use the markdown as the main, the landing page. So after that, go to your HTML template, then just copy them, and then move the files over. So once you have this, now we can open this one using VS Code. Then we can make some changes. Right. So what you need to change is this one, HTML. That's it. If you scroll down, you should be able to find the content. So for example, I'm going to change maybe this one will be title will be Chosen Wu, just my name. Okay. Also the title here, I'm going to change it to my name. For here, I'm going to give me maybe a title will be associate professor. Okay, Control S. Done. After that, you can just double click and you take a look, right? So here we have my name, my title, and also upper right corner. In the tab here, it also shows my name. So assume this is something that's okay, looks fine. I can, I'm okay with this. Or if you want, you can also add some additional things. For example, here, lower left corner, you have this kind of social media icons. You want to allow, right now it's click, it doesn't do anything yet because there's no link. So if you want, you can also make some changes. I'm going to scroll down maybe somewhere. There should be a link. For example, here, these are all the icons, right? So the Twitter account, I can get the URL. It will be https. Twitter become X, so it will be x.com, and then my username is work. Also, if you want to add a Facebook, you can. I'm also going to add my GitHub and github.com. Place my username, Control S. All right, so I can come back to here, refresh. Now on the lower left corner, if you click the Twitter icon, it's open my Twitter account. Right, so here works fine. Also maybe the GitHub. Okay. It also takes to my GitHub account. So take some time to make some changes. Again, try to create one and then put some real content about yourself. So the nice thing about this is once you have the website, it's going to be indexed by Google. So in that way, people can find you. Otherwise, if it's not being indexed, people are not going to find you on the internet. So this is something you really want to have your personal website and then have a digital footprint on the internet so that people can find you in a professional capacity. Once you have this, now we can push to GitHub. So there are 2 ways. You can directly push to GitHub or you can create a new branch. So for me, if you are making a lot of changes, for example, I'm adding 46 files, it's safe to just create a pull request. So in that way, you can keep track of the changes in case something goes wrong. So Control S and just git check git maybe check out ASP and then HTML. Okay, on the left side from here, you can just say add HTML website. Control Enter, and then push the branch, publish the branch. Come back to the website here. You should see this button. Click compare and submit pull request. You can add a description. If just yourself, it's fine. But if you're contributing to other repository, make sure you add some descriptions. And other than that, everything looks fine. Just create pull request. If you have any GitHub actions, you will run here. Right now, I have this one, but I have not configured it yet. So this one is not going to be successful. For yourself, if you use this new, there should be nothing going on in here. And there's only one green button says no conflict with the base branch. If that's the case, then you can select the second one, squash and merge. Then click this button, right? Confirm. Then we are done. So it's going to automatically merge, review the website, and you can delete the branch because we don't need that anymore. You can also automatically go to the settings, scroll down to the end, check this box, automatically delete head branches. So in that way, you don't need that anymore. Then I can go back to the website, click the Actions tab, wait for this one to finish. Now we should have the website up and running. So this is how easy it is to create your personal website, also in GitHub without paying anything. And so this is just going to be GitHub, your username.github.io. You can also have a custom domain. So if you have a custom domain, you can go to settings, and then on the left side here, pages. Here, you just need to paste your custom domain. For example, I have leafmap.org, I have some other repository, and this is where you can put your name. But you need to verify that you own this domain. So if you don't have one, you can just don't do anything here. But if you have a custom domain, you can follow the instruction here to verify your domain. So basically, wherever you purchase domain, there should be some settings allow you to set up the DNS, something like that. So if you scroll down, you should be able to find this A records. Again, this is I don't have time to go into detail, but you can follow instructions on how to set up a custom domain. Or if you are interested in, just talk to me. I can help you set it up. But we should have this website up and running. It's done. So I'm going to go to my website again. Open. Refresh. Oh, see? Now we have this website up and running. And it's my name, exactly like what we see locally. Also, you can click this button. It should take you to my, for example, Twitter. Go to my GitHub. And within just a couple minutes, now we have the website. So I take some time to look at the content, make some changes, and then create your first personal website if this is the first one. And you can start hosting websites. Again, one account only have this one main website, but you can create some second level domains. So basically, for example, gs.github/ something else. I'm going to show you how to do that. And after that, you can make any changes you like. You can do whatever you want. So this is one way to create your homepage. But imagine you might want to have a subdomain. So subdomain means, for example, utk.edu, right? That's the home main page. But you can have utk.edu and then / geography. Or you can have geography.utk.edu, right? Those are basically the secondary domain. So how do you create this one, right? So for example, this right now is my homepage, but I want to create another one that I can host another project. For example, you might be working on like, I don't know, whatever project you're working on. You have a sub-project, and you also want to have a website separate from your personal. You can do that. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Create a new repository. It's actually pretty simple. New repository. And for this one, it can be any name you like. So this will be the subdomain, basically your username.github.io / and then your project, whatever name you want to choose, want to show up on the URL. So I actually don't know what to do. Okay, I know one. GeoAI. Okay. It's available. That's cool. So I'm gonna create a project called GeoAI, and it's going to have a website. It's with your username .github.io/GeoAI. Or you can also choose to GeoAI. No, only if you have a custom domain, then you can use GeoAI doc, for example, leafmap.com or something like that. For now, if you don't have a custom domain, you'll be just your .github.io/blah blah something like that. Okay, so I'm just going to create a new simple markdown file, and that's it. So let's see what happens. And right now, it's not working yet. If you go to the GitHub Actions, look at this. It's nothing coming up, nothing there. That means this is not a website yet. If you want to have a website, you need to create another branch. So the branch name that you need to use is called GH-Pages. So use exactly the same, otherwise it's not going to work. GH-Pages. So this is the website. The branch is going to GitHub going to render it as website. So once it's being rendered, then it becomes part of the website under your main website. So it's like secondary. So let's try this one. Of course, you need to basically make sure you update the content, add all the stuff, blah, blah. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to create this GitHub branch. Once you have created it, go to your actions. See? Pages, build, and deployment. That means right now, I'm going to build another website. And GitHub is going to automatically put it under your main website, secondary. These two websites are separated, but the URL is your main and then the /GeoAI. So let's see if it works. Wait for a couple seconds, and hopefully it works. So in this way, you can create many websites you want. You can have a main one for your personal. You can have a lot of project-based websites. So look at this. Do you see the URL? Blah, blah, .github.io, and then GeoAI. So click on that. Okay, you have another one. And again, the content is not up to you what to put in there. But this is how simple it is to create websites hosting on GitHub. You can put HTML, or you can just like a simple markdown, right? And then you don't need to pay anything. It's all free. And it's running automatically. You don't really need to know JavaScript or HTML. You can just use simple markdown. If you go to my GitHub repository here, for example, I have those under OpenGOS, right? So I also have another organization page. I also have a URL. This one here, open.gshub.org. And look at this one. It's just a markdown. Okay, markdown on the homepage. I put some images. I put some simple template, and that's it. You can just have a very basic one up and running, just within a couple minutes. It's just like bullet points. You know how to create the bullet points, how to have some settings, headers on your under your account. So, for example, this one would be kind of like your username, but this is the organization, but it's the same thing. So OpenGOS, it's just .github.io, and inside there, I just have this one, readme.md, and that's it. I also have a custom domain. So this is where, if you have a custom domain, you can set it up in here. But if you don't, you can just use the original one, and that's it. So this is the markdown. Inside here, you can see what kind of content, like this. Simple and easy. So try it out. For the lab 2, I haven't finished it yet, but you'll be at least your profile, GitHub profile, set it up, and have your personal website, set it up, have some context, make it real, okay? Don't just push, because it literally only takes you 3 or 4 minutes just to set things up and then submit the link. But hopefully now you know how to do this, and when we talk about the Python package, you know now how things work. It's called GitHub Pages, and then use GitHub Actions to run automatically to build the website and then deploy it. So you don't have to worry about those heavy lifting, how to set up a server, how to host hosting space. 10 years ago, when this was not available, okay, I need to buy the so-called host space from somewhere, WordPress or DigitalOcean or whatever. You need to have the host space. You also need to have the domain, and it takes money. But now, anyone can have a website up and running. You can create many accounts. You can create hundreds of thousands of websites, everything can run automatically. And there's so many applications because you can have the GitHub Action can run automatically. So you can have some website automatically pull information. For example, you're doing like air quality monitoring, for example. NASA are going to release the data. You can have a GitHub Action automatically to run it and then to pull the data and then generate the result. And then your website can automatically pull the data into your website. It's going to be rendered automatically. So you can always get the latest information. There's so many things you can do with these free resources. Anyway, so that's all I want to cover today. And have fun with your website. And starting from the next lecture, we're going to start really doing some Python programming. But this so far have covered all the foundations, all the infrastructure that you need for hosting websites. Okay, I will see you in the next lecture.